Hi guys, RunningShoes4U here, and today we're going to give you a quick lowdown on gait types and how it should affect the running shoes that you buy. Now, for most people, the gait analysis and gait cycle can be a little bit confusing, but it can be broken down into three main steps. But for new runners, what we tend to recommend is that you have your gait fully analysed by a specialist running store. The gait cycle can be broken down into three main phases, which is your contact phase, which is where your foot first hits the ground, so that can be a heel strike, forefoot strike, mid strike. Then what we call your mid stance, which is where the foot is fully flat on the floor, and that's both your forefoot, your midfoot and your rear. And then you have what you call your propulsion phase, which is where your foot lifts up and your body is propelled forwards. Now, in terms of running styles, there are three main types. There is supination, neutral and overpronation. Now, people who have a relatively high arch, which is where you have quite a curve to your foot, will fit into the sort of supinating category, which is where their foot does not roll inwards during the mid stance, and sometimes you can get noticeable wear patterns on your shoes, so on the outside edge, and that sometimes can cause a little bit of what we call knee pain, shin pain, lower back pain while running. And that would be, normally you go into what we class as a neutral running shoe, which you can see just on the end here. So this sort of shoe has no real support, just good cushioning in the heel and forefoot. Now, a neutral runner will also need the same type of shoe, so they tend to have a normal arch. And this is probably the best and ideal running strike, so you tend not to get any sort of knee pain, shin pain, lower back pain while running, and you just need that good cushioning to protect your joints. Now, the most common type of running and gait style is overpronation, so that's where you have a collapsed or low arch, and this then, depending on that, you need something with a little bit more support, so something like this, which has added arch support put into the shoe. So what this does is, as your arches collapse inwards while running, it just props your foot up, keeps you nice and straight, and makes sure the alignment of the Achilles is all good. And people who overpronate will normally suffer from knee pain, shin pain, lower back pain. Now, that there is what we call a moderate stability shoe, so that's for people who overpronate a fair amount. Now, for people with very, very flat feet or completely collapsed arches, you have what we call a motion control shoe. So this sort of shoe here is the maximum in support that you can buy. And as you can see here, it has a very dense grey block just there, and it provides the sort of maximum amount of support to push people who collapse in very severely. This is just a rough idea on gait guides, so not everyone's arch will fit into the above criteria, but like I say, if you are unsure, it's always best to go and have your gait analysed by professionals or a specialist running store. But I hope this helps give you a quick idea and a quick lowdown on what sort of shoes you need to be looking for in the future. Well, thanks very much for watching. If you could like, share, follow us on social media websites, and thank you very much from the RunningShoes4U team.